Jesus calls Peter and Andrew fishers of men. Fishermen moved about, casting their nets, their voices carrying across the quiet water. Among them were two brothers, Simon Peter and Andrew, sons of a fisherman. They had labored all night, yet their nets were empty, their hearts heavy with disappointment. As they cleaned their nets on the shore, a crowd gathered nearby. At the center stood Jesus of Nazareth, teaching with authority unlike anything they had ever heard. His words were filled with life, and the people pressed closer, hungry for hope. Seeing the boats, Jesus stepped into Peter's and asked him to push a little way off the shore. There he sat and taught the multitude, his voice carrying across the water like a melody. When he had finished, Jesus turned to Peter and said, "Launch out into the deep and let down your nets for a catch." Peter hesitated, weary from failure. "Master, we toiled all night and caught nothing, but at your word I will let down the net." They obeyed, and suddenly the water stirred with life. Fish swarmed into the nets until they began to tear. Their boat overflowed and they called for help. Andrew rushed to assist, and together they pulled in a catch so great that both boats nearly sank. Amazement seized them, for this was no ordinary event. It was a miracle. Peter fell at Jesus' knees, overwhelmed. "Depart from me, Lord, for I am a sinful man." But Jesus looked at him with compassion and said, "Do not be afraid. From now on you will catch men." Andrew's eyes widened, realizing this call was greater than the sea, greater than their trade. It was an invitation to a purpose beyond themselves. They left their boats, their nets, and even the record-breaking catch of fish behind. From that moment, they followed Jesus, no longer fishermen of the sea, but fishers of souls, drawing people into the kingdom of God through his message of love and salvation. Thus began a journey that would transform the world. Two ordinary brothers turned into extraordinary messengers by the call of Christ. Moral lesson. The story shows us that God often chooses ordinary people with ordinary jobs to do extraordinary things. Peter and Andrew were simple fishermen, not scholars or leaders, yet Jesus saw potential in them. By following his call, they left behind their comfort, their trade, and their fears to embrace a greater mission. The lesson is that when we trust and obey Jesus, even when it seems uncertain or when we feel unworthy, he can transform our lives and give us a higher purpose. Just as he turned fishermen into disciples, he can turn our everyday skills, struggles, and experiences into tools for his kingdom. Please like and comment and follow for more.